Yo, what's up? What is up? Rexo. 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 Rexo, what's up? What's up? Hi, bro. What's up, Soul Front? Soul Front. Soul Front. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? How you guys doing? How we doing tonight? How we doing tonight? What the hell is going on? It's Stair. It's Stair. Let's go. Let's go. Turn me up in your headphones. Let's go. Let's go. Bro. Mm. Let's go. Who's this? Solo Front? Said I killed it with Blockboy? Bro, Blocky Boy. Blocky Boy. That's old Blocky Boy. Let's go. Let's go. We're doing it, man. I'm pumped tonight. I don't care if the market freaking tanked. I don't care. It can keep tanking. I don't care. My people will win. My people will win. You know? My people will win. Let's go. Yeah, man. Blocky Boy, 751 and climbing. 751 and climbing, bro. Smash the likes. We'll let people mosey on in. We'll let people mosey on in. We'll let people mosey on in now. We'll let people mosey on in. Oh, you're from Montreal? I'm from South Jersey. I was born in Atlantic City. I was born in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now I'm in Valrica, Chile. Let's go. Let's go, man. Turn me up in your headphones. Turn me up in your daggum headphones, Hawk Dad. Hawk Dad, turn me up in your headphones. Was that tequila in your glass? No, man. It's water. It's H2O. Hey, Stayer's straight as an arrow, bro. Stayer's locked in. Stayer does not need to be inebriated. My charts run. My charts go crazy. My charts go dummy. That's what we do. Took out my initials on Blockboy, Blocky, I call it Blockboy, but Blocky Boy already W play. Already got his initials out. He says, let's let this shit run. Let's let this shit run. Do you know what time the B&B play is at? It's probably going to be sometime tomorrow, I'm thinking. I'm thinking sometime tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm thinking sometime tomorrow. Let's go, guys. I'm so pumped. Wow. I didn't even look at the market today. I went out to lunch. I took wifey out shopping. I took wifey out shopping. Me and her. His and hers. His and hers. We had his and hers. I had the ravioli. I had the crab ravioli. She had the. It was beef wrapped in bacon on some shit. What was that on? Here, I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now, man. That meal was dope. I'm not gonna let Trump or anybody, any kind of politician get me down right now. You know what I mean? Because they want all your eyes on them, so you can feel bad about the market. You can feel bad about all this stuff. And I'm telling them, I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing with you guys. I'm not playing with you guys. You know what I mean? Look at that. Wow. Mmm. 10 in the building. On the B&B play, do you think the play is to take initials at 2x if you're in the inner circle, or do you think it should most likely do multiple X's? I think it's going to do multiple X's. I always tell my people to take your initials out. To take your what? Amazon Prime's Amazon Prime's hating right now. Amazon Prime tried to hate. They're like, Stair, you can't watch this game in Chile. You can't watch this game in Chile, Stair. We don't want you to watch it. We can't have you have fun in Chile and watch American football. You know what I said to him? I double clicked. I double clicked on get the hell out of my face. Crypto Junkie Prince, hi. What price do you think Lemmy can go to? You think it's more of a long term play? Oh, what's up, Crypto Junkie Princess? I haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you. Let's see here. Yo. Yo, Amazon Prime is hating on your dog Stayer. I got the VPN on. They're like, hey, Stayer, we're feeling that VPN. We think you might be in another country other than America. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's on. All right. I gotta put on silent, so. Yo, okay, cool. So, what's up, Shalonius? Shout out to Shalonius. So, yes, it is a long-term play. Let me the bat, absolutely. Let me the bat, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, let me the bat. Let me the bat, crazy. Let me the bat going crazy. Let me the bat going crazy. Stevie Reed's. Everybody's in here, man. Let's go. 12 in the building. That's great. That's great. I might cap it here. I might not let anybody else in. I might cap this at 12. You know what I mean? I want to keep my circle tight. Let's go. Shalonius, tell me what the deal is, bro. Are you in Blocky Boy, Shalonius? Do I like Manu? Yeah, I'm not in Manu though. I'm not in Manu, but I like it. I'm not in Manu, but I like it. What's up, Stevie Reeds from Canada? Shalonius in the building. Crypto Junkie Princess is in the building. I haven't seen Angie Baby in a while. Moon Bear's in the building. What's up, Moon Bear Crypto? I'm digging the Blocky Boy. Me too. Me too. I think Blocky Boy is gonna be it's gonna be well over 1 million by tomorrow. I think it is market resistant. I think you know the markets are just kind of falling over, rolling over. We're down overall market cap, 3.66 trillion overall, just rolling over. So what? I don't care. You know why? Because listen, gold is gonna top so hard. Do you really think gold is just gonna keep going? They're actually filming people and like where are they at? In gold depositories or where are these people lined up at? All these people like standing in line for gold. What losers? But that's a top signal. That is a top signal for Stair. Yeah, I did a video on that I think today about gold. Gold. This is the best thing that's ever happened to crypto. Is gold pumping like this and going parabolic, and everybody going to chase it because these elites, they play above the rim, guys. You know what that means? They take the ball, they dribble a little bit, and then they jump and they dunk on you if you're the public. And they'll do it in multiple ways. But first, they got to let you think that you're winning. And what they got regular people thinking in gold is that they're winning. And they're rushing to buy gold when, these gold exchanges, they charge you a secret like tax. You know that, right? When you buy gold from these exchanges or from these online places, bro, they charge you like 100% on top. So when you go and try and sell that gold, when you say, "Oh, I bought it at 4,500 and now it's 8,000. I'm gonna go cash in," and then they're gonna be like, "You're gonna go there," and they're like, "Oh no, actually the gold you bought was worth 8,000 when you bought it." And it's like, what? Yeah, yeah, that happens all the time, but people stay quiet about it because it's a scam. So I bet you didn't know that. I know Shalonius knew that. Total top signal. Oh, did he talk about Blocky Boy today? Bro, he's following me around, I think, man. I don't I talked to the dev of Blocky Boy. I don't think he got Crypto Galaxy or anything like that. I'm starting to think he's following me around. I'm starting to think he's following me around. You know what I mean? Ever since Grippy, he's been trying to front run everything I talked about. Remember when he was talking about Baby Manu? Remember he was talking about Baby Manu early? Like the same day I was talking about Baby Manu. He's like, "Hey, I came across this coin, Baby Manu. You know what I mean? But hey, Baby Manu is on ice. We don't know what's gonna happen with it, but we keep moving. You were on that live? Dope. Good for him, though. Good for him. No, that's great. No, there's enough for everybody. There's enough for everybody. This is just like the probably the third coin that he's called. Um, you know. Oh, is Tradnator about to call it? About to call Blocky Boy? Wow. What do you know? Crypto is so much sicker than stocks, dude. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm actually gonna pin that message. I'm just gonna pin fun messages tonight. Did I miss a couple? Hold on. Who's this? Yeah, yo stare. Okay, BB coin. Triple B coin says yo stare. So you've seen how hard Pin Link's been going, been grinding lately. They're making big moves. Pin gonna explode once the market wakes up. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Pin's looking good. Pin's looking a little good. Shalonius is in on Blocky Boy. He's waiting for a pullback, but he doesn't think he's gonna get it. I don't think you are either. I think I'm hearing Tradnator is gonna call. You. Wow, Tradnator calls. Whoa. Let's see here. What else is going on? Yeah, ZZ said, yeah, over 1 million an hour. Tried about to call it. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Stayer bandwagon, stayer bandwagon. Yeah, man, I'm seeing guys like like chasing my pumps or something. Like, I called this. I actually, it's funny because I bought Blocky Boy at I think 100K. As soon as I bought, I think I bought my main wallet, and I think I got copy traded. There's a bunch of people that bought, went to like 300K, and then I shared in the inner circle, went to like over 400K, shared in the rocket room where we go up to like 900K, guys. That's serious buy pressure coming from the stayer community. I, I don't know what to say. I think we're playing above the rim. Above the rim. I mean, we're just throwing alley oops. You know what I mean? We're just going to half court and just I'm just throwing alley oops to my community. You guys are smashing it. You guys are going crazy. Shout out to the stayer community, honestly. You know what I mean? We got to find a name for you guys, like stayer heads or something, man. I mean, we are just relentless, play after play after play. And if a play doesn't work out, we throw it in the dumpster. Because you know what? We take out our initials at 2x, and then we let the rest ride. That's why everybody's sticking around. They always got dry powder. That's why my community always has dry powder, always ready to buy, always ready to buy. You know what I mean? Always ready. You know what I mean? Always ready. Yeah, stayer heads, bro. I mean, these guys try and go live before me. They're probably like, hey, what's Stair involved with? What's he involved with? What? Blocky Boy? Okay, let's go live. Let's call Blocky Boy because he's up. There goes the pumps. Oh shit. Galaxy also mentioned Banter is in talks, and Matt Fury might retweet as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bezels. Bezels. Wow. Wow. Oh, here comes a hater. SS double three T says, thank God I took out initials on Grippy because the chart's looking a little lame. The chart's looking a little lame. Listen, bro, this is called meme coins. There's going to be major sell offs when you go from 20K to 8.7 million market cap in a matter of like 10 days. You know what I mean? No, it ran up 15,000%. I don't know, dude. Chart's looking a little lame. Come on, bro. You don't need to be like that. Did you get in late or what happened? Why are you being like that? Well, if you didn't take initials after 10x, yeah, then you're a tard. You were late? Okay, don't be late next time, and then you can sound cool like the rest of us. Yeah, man. No, you're cool, bro. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. But seriously though, I bet you'll feel better next time. You got to get in the rocket room. Hey, get in the rocket room. Get in the inner circle. You know what I mean? Because you know what, you're gonna find out. I think I still made some. Just saying. I know. You're being funny. I'm being funny. We're having a good time. We're having a great time. SS. I'm totally messing with you. It's all jokes. It's all locker room jokes. Okay, it's all locker room jokes. You know, Little rat tail in the towel. We're heading out. We're heading out to the field, man. It's no big deal. Give you a little rat tail. Then we'll head out to the field, man. Throw a ball around. It's all good. It's all good because you know what? As long as we stay together, long as we take out our initials and we just keep getting in these freaking coins, bro, that are good, and I'm gonna pick them. Let me quarterback this thing, and I think a lot of you guys understand. You understand that you can really see me working. I really am on the phones. I really am. I got the telegram fingers. Tick 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 tick. Like I'm hitting the thing. I'm like like I'm asking all the hard questions to these devs, to these communities, to these teams. I'm asking all the hard questions on your behalf, and if shit stinks, I walk out of the room. You know what I mean? If shit stinks, I walk out. You know what I mean? If something don't smell right, we're out of there, and you'll never even hear of the play. I will never tell you about it. I will just move on, and then I move on to the next one, and then if that checks out and that one's good, you best believe. Shout out crypto gains. We in there like swimwear, okay? Yeah. So we are, and we're relentless. We never stop. We never stop going. You want to know why? Because I am outworking fools out here. I am catching dudes with 100K subscribers and all this stuff. They're lazy. They're lazy. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about Crypto Galaxy. I'm saying there's others out there that they wait for me to go live, or they're hanging around in my rocket room, with fake accounts, and they're waiting for me to call something so they can run to their communities and call it and act like they're doing something with it. They're not involved with the dev team, they're not involved with anything, and they're just trying to stay relevant. You know what? That's fine, man. That's fine. You know what? Because you know what happens? My plays hit harder. You know what I mean? I'm not stopping it. You want to know why? Because my plays hit even harder. Even harder. I got one wallet that I just put some really, I put coins that I want to promote in there. As soon as I buy them, I put it in that wallet. I swear to you, I will pump a chart like 300K, and like in a matter of minutes. You know what I mean? Insane clown posse. But B boy at 500K a few minutes ago, just waiting for 3x. Nice, nice. DMAC Grippy at 1.3 mil is stupid early again. Jerry the Turtle had the same thing happen after you. Mexi. Here's the thing that I told the dev of Grippy. Here's what I said to him when he said he was getting a Mexi listing. I said, please no, like Super Troopers, please no, please no, please don't do this, because Mexi, they're straight Jeets. As soon as you give them tokens, as soon as you give them supply, literally the next day it goes live. Your chart is getting nuked. Your chart is getting nuked, bro. Your chart is getting nuked, bro. Like you do Mexi, your chart is getting nuked. And I was trying to tell shout out to the dev of Grippy. He's the best. He's one of the brightest and best young talents in this space, in my opinion. Once ETH volume and base volume come in, he's going to be sending $100 million token after $100 million token after $100 million token, over and over and over and over and over again. But he made one mistake that I tried to advise him. It's just, but here's the thing. He's going for the gusto. He's doing it. You know what? He's shot like 70% from the field, man. This guy is knocking down shots all over the court. But that Mexi, and that's not his fault, because that Mexi listing, man, Mexi, they'll freaking screw you over. And I hope they're watching, because they gotta stop doing that, because you do your research, man. Every coin that gets a Mexi listing within a couple of days, the chart experiences incredible sell pressure. Like you just can't stop it, and that's what happened to Grippy. That's what happened to Grippy. But to Grippy's credit, it withstood it. Usually Mexi will just nuke a coin to death. It will just die. But look at Grippy. Grippy is now, it's bottomed. It's bottomed. And now there's nowhere to go but up. Mexi's done. I think Mexi's done selling. You know, I think Mexi is done selling finally. And now the dev can start to build back better. Shout out uh, Sleepy Joe. Was that his thing? Build back better? I don't even know. Anyway, just yeah. So Crypto Junkie says yes, they're so shady. They do that to all the coins. Yes, yes. See, Crypto Junkie Princess knows exactly what's going on. This is what the JYAI coaching tree does. They create coins with serious bedrock. They stay strong. Yes, dude, Jerry the Turtle coins. That coaching tree is insane. It looks like Andy Reid's coaching tree. Jerry the Turtle dev is like Andy Reid, and it's like all these other freaking coaches. Like freaking what's his name, Sean McVay and freaking Kyle Shanahan and all these guys. I mean, the Grippy dev is like literally. I mean, yeah, I saw the playbook. His playbook is sick. You know what I mean? His playbook is sick. Tons of 50-yard posts, tons of fly routes, drag routes. I mean, you want to talk about a route tree? Like they're just, I don't know what to say anymore. And they got more stuff cooking, bro. The Jerry the Turtle dev group or whatever you want to call them, they got more. They got more stuff cooking, bro. They got more stuff cooking, and it's coming. You just wait. Everybody, see. Here's the thing. Everybody that has motion in this industry, they are waiting for all this stuff to shake out. You see how the market is right now. It's crap. See, the Blocky Boy dev, he don't give a shit. He's just gonna send this shit tonight. Yeah, I mean, some guys are reckless, and he very well may do it. Blockboy will probably go over $1 million, $1 million market cap tonight, and probably head to 2 million tomorrow. Probably go on a really good run. He's made some great decisions. I literally just got off the phone with that guy before I came on the live stream, and I said, you know what? This is gonna be a fire night. This night about to be fire. This night about to be fireworks, in my opinion. And tomorrow and through the night. Um, yeah. Here's the entry on Grippy, everyone. Yep. Everybody buy that Grippy dip. You know what I mean? Mexi listed trash for free. Dope. Let's see here. Stevie Reed says same thing with trash. Ran to 15 and straight down, but one of the only Solana coins that held up this long is it's crazy. I've been in it for a while. Yeah, shout out to trash coins. I'm not in it, but respect. Yeah, SS. Yeah, because they sell off the coins. Yeah, they're supposed to hold them for supply for their exchange, and they just sell it off. Do I think Nitro will ever do it? It struggles so bad. I'm not in Nitro at all, but I do remember months and months ago that the dev was doxxed, and but he doxed himself, and he seemed to be a very nice guy. I think he cares about his token. I'm sure. Um, Shout out Moonbear. Wow. Shout out Moonbear. Um, have I heard of Blockboy working on getting listings? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. All I heard about was the next 48 hours is about to be fire. I stay away from anything on Solana. I just don't do that blockchain. Too many scams. I hear you. 514 represent. Okay. What's up, Solar Front? Where'd you say you were from? You said you're from Canada? Montreal. You said Montreal. Shout out to Montreal. What's up, Jeremy Willis? What is going on, bro? Yeah, man, but shoot. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, that dev for Nitro seems like a really nice guy. Seems like a really nice guy. I'm on the sauce tonight, guys. I'm on the sauce. Sparkling water. I'm on the sauce tonight. I am lit. I'm lit, man. I'm high on life. Stairs high on life, man. I'm just so dialed in. I put in 18-hour days, guys. I put in 18-hour days. I work hard and I play harder. You know, I work really hard, and then I kick back. Then I kick back with the sparkling water. You know what I mean? Bro, I used to smoke tons of weed, man. I used to smoke tons of weed. Not that I was unproductive. I've ran a company for 15 years, and I still have it in Southern California. But man, I'm 6 months, no weed, and I am so dialed in. I know what Robert Downey Jr. It feels like. You don't, because you look at Robert Downey Jr. and he's like totally clean, you know, straight edge dude, but he looks so wired. You know what I mean? He looks high. He looks jacked, right? But he's not on anything. You know, it's just insane. Shout out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on a guy smoking weed or anything like that. I'm just saying, man. I mean, I'm literally so jacked up. I got so much energy. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you anymore. I don't know what to tell you anymore, man. You know, I shouldn't be this jacked. I should not be this jacked, but I am. Oh, he used to do as a side effect that they used to do a bunch of blow. That's hilarious. Stevie Reeds won't give him any credit, man. But you look at old pictures of him. You look at old pictures of him, and he was like kind of like not wired though. You know, he was like this. He's like, you know, but now he's just like looking crazy. He's looking crazy, bro. That's how I feel right now. But drug talk aside, let's talk about what's going on with the the Trumpster, man. Coming off on the top rope on G. You know? Um you said, bro, I'm still smoking weed. It's hard to quit. You know what? You know what did it for me? I changed my whole scenery. Like, because here's the thing. Like, I was living in Southern California at a ranch for years and years and years. And I sat on my porch and I'd smoke weed on that porch every night and every morning. You know, I'd have a joint with coffee, and then at night I'd have a joint with like pretty much, you know, coffee or tea or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, so selling my ranch. You know what I mean? Selling my ranch. It really, and then leaving the country. The other thing is leaving America has been so amazing for me. It's been incredible. So stress free, just like less stress. I think there's no 5G towers here. You know what I mean? That helps. Um What else? It's just really fun here. I don't know. It's just really fun. But anyway, I need to smoke cigars. No, bro, my lungs are getting cleansed. It's crazy, man. Like I have a heated mattress and it's making me cough up all the junk in my lungs over the years. But I realized that I've never when I got sick, and I just smoke weed, and I would never really get better. You know what I mean? It would just kind of lay there dormant, right? And now that when I get sick now, I actually like get better after. You know what I mean? Like I feel a lot better after this recent like, just I had a cold and I'm just my lungs are getting like cleansed. It's like there's so much stuff coming out of it. I'm breathing easier. I mean, I have like a post nasal like drip in my nose. I'm gonna do like a salt cleanse thing, salt rinse when I get off stream. But that'll help. But overall, I mean, I'm just what am I yapping about? I'm just talking about my life. You guys love that. I'm about to blow my nose though. No, I talked up a nose blow. Um, mm, mm. Oh man. Oh yeah. Talked up a little bit of a nose blow there. You like cigars, Shalonius? You like cigars? You like cigars, my dog? Do you smoke one every night? You don't smoke weed. You just smoke cigars, huh? I don't. What's the thing about cigars, bro? I can't stand uh cigar smoke. It just makes me feel. It makes me want to like. What the hell? There's like a freaking helicopter of a fly. Did you see? Did you hear that? That was crazy. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, Stevie Reed says, "Is the Beast Seller same crew as Moner crew?" I don't know. I'm not really into those guys. I don't know much about it. Um I don't know Beast Seller. I Beast Seller they were connected to Dilla, I remember. Dilla and somebody else. So I don't know. Is it the Beast Seller crew? I have no idea. Is it the Beast Seller crew? I have no idea, bro. You know what I mean? I'll have like 1 year, LOL, and I don't one a year and I don't inhale. Okay. Can you inhale cigars like weed? You like smoke them like you actually like take a rip? Never got into cigars. And I never rolled weed in cigars. I never did blunts. No, could not stand blunts. Too harsh on my throat. Pause. Crypto Junkie Princess says, "What do you think about Moner? Do you think we'll make a comeback?" Bro, I have no idea. I was never in Moner. I don't know anything about them. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about Moner, bro. I'm sorry. It's like the other side of the sea for old boy. Um, who was in Moner? Not me. Um, where's Yes at? Where's all the other guys at in here, man? Where's Regina at? Jeremy. Jeremy says, "Smash the likes for our guy." Absolutely, bro. I might make you a mod. Any mods in here tonight? Hey Jeremy. Hey Jeremy, I'm gonna make you a mod, bro. I'm making you I'm making you a mod. You are you are a roll dog, bro. You're one of them ones, man. Congratulations. You are a moderator now. Jeremy, welcome aboard, son. See? No blunts? Case Slay says, no blunts? By the way, Moner has been down. What are those two statements? Like, they don't even go together. That's hilarious. Moner is toast. So the team sold Moner off. Send them the Christ, Jeremy. Shout out to K Slay. I wish I could make all you guys freaking mods. But you got to be tough. Sassy, what's up, Sassy? Sassy Vicness. Sassy Vicness, man. What is going on with you? Not much, man. Um, I got a new play I bought in. Blocky Boy. Um, it was at like 100K market cap when I bought, and you know what? You know what, man? That shit started running. That shit went to 900K in about 2 hours. You know, so you know what? And this is funny, guys. I'm telling you, when ETH volume comes back, when ETH is at like 7,000 or something like that, you do understand, right? That these plays that we as a community are just absolutely sending. They're not going to go just to like 800, 900 market cap, 900K market cap in one swing, and then end up going to like 5 or 8 million or anything like that. They're going to go right to 10 million. A lot of these coins are going to be going to right to 5 million, right to 10 million, and then just like, okay, is this coin going to go to 100 million or not? That's how we're going to be. I'm telling you, there's going to be so much liquidity in this market coming up, guys, that a lot of us stand to be millionaires. And I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay? So just start mastering your craft, all right? Learn how to get in the coins. Learn how to get in the coins and, get your initials out slowly and then let it ride and be ready to get into the next one. You know what I mean? And understand how these coins are sending. You know what I mean? And get the feels of it, right? Um, because yeah, 420 million supply isn't it? What do you mean it isn't it? It is it. It's doing it right now. What the hell are you talking about, Sassy? Jeremy Willis says, appreciate the love, Stayer. Oh, dude, it's all love, man. I appreciate it. Do I still talk to the dev of Jerry? Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I talk to him almost every day. I check in with that dude. He's a really good guy. Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. He was the one that cleared the Grippy dev when I was at 12K market cap, when Grippy was at 12K market cap, and the dev contacted me and was like, "Hey, I got a really good coin." He said, "I'm part of the Jerry space, atmosphere, whatever you want to call it." You know what I mean? And I went and talked to Jerry at Turtle Dev, and I said, "Do you know this guy?" And he said, "Yeah, he's a really great guy. I don't know about the coin though. I have no idea about the coin." I said, "Okay, no problem." So, and then I talked to him about a lot of stuff. You know, um, the total supply for new token you supporting. I saw the message. I about to go about a little while ago. Going to buy more tomorrow. Okay, dope. Yeah, but this thing might send on us tonight. Just letting you, just fair warning, Sassy. This thing might be over 1 million tomorrow. Um, Jerry has one of the strongest devs. Yeah, man. He's like Andy Reid. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this guy. Shout out to the Jerry the Turtle dev. I talk to him. I talk about him. I talk to him. I partly, build the mystique of this guy. This guy is going to have multiple $100 million tokens once liquidity comes back in. I'm telling you. And then guys off of his coaching tree, like uh the Grippy dev, he's going to have multiple $100 million tokens. We stand to be very wealthy if you can understand what's about to happen and prepare yourself for it. Don't waste your money now. If you're running in and out of degen plays outside of my community, trying to catch a feeling, trying to catch a rush, you know what I mean, bro? Stop that. Okay, just stack your cash. Stack your cash. Even if you have to miss out on the plays that we're doing right now because you can't handle it, like you're just a degen and you're just a mess, like you have no discipline, um, bro. Just sideline yourself right now because you want to have money for what's about to happen. You want to have money for what's about to happen, guys. And what I believe is going to happen is within the next month, I think this market is going to turn very, very hard up and to the right. And Ethereum, I think Ethereum is going to lead the way, which is going to be amazing for us because we mess with ETH plays. I think ETH is probably going to go like 7,500 or 8,000 before a pullback back to like 5,000. And during that time, we are going to have a lot of liquidity in our meme coins on ETH. And it's going to be absolutely insane. And then on top of that, we have uh, we also have a launch pad that's going to be coming out. That's going to be similar to like Pump Fund in terms of how easy it's going to be to launch an ETH coin, which is going to cause a whole big swell of liquidity. I think it's going to do something similar to Binance, how Binance has been running, where Binance sucked out a lot of liquidity into Binance from around the markets, like and no one was trading nothing but Binance. That's going to happen with ETH, guys. And I'm telling you, within about, I'd say about 3 weeks, 3 weeks to a month, 3 weeks to a month, guys. 3 weeks to a month. And I think Grippy is going to be one of the leaders of that run. Because it's going to be an OG. It's going to be an OG, and it's going to go hard. And so is Jerry the Turtle. And I think that whole community, the Jerry the Turtle community, that whole tree of Jerry the Turtle, Lemmy the Bat. You can throw in Courage the Dog, Grippy on base. I think they're gonna be one of the main camps that are just gonna be sending so hard. I can just see it. I can see the whole thing. And I'm just hanging out with those guys. I'm hanging out with those guys, and then maybe again, I'm talking to different devs every day. Every day, I'm talking to a new dev, um, and checking out what they're doing, and I'm seeing if their project is good enough for my community. Because when I present something to my community, I want it to hit right away like crack, um, like it did today. Where 100K market cap, 150K market cap. Like as soon as I touch the thing, I want it to go, and that's what happened today. And I have a couple other plays. One's on Binance that's about to happen that way, and um, I think I have another one on ETH. I'm just checking the stuff out. That's why I always say like I think I have another one. I'm checking it out, because it's a lot of question and answer. It's a lot of kind of chilling with people on Telegram, kind of feeling them out. You know what I mean? And then, you kind of come to a decision where like, hey, this would be great for my community. You know what I mean? And then sometimes, bro, I can dev a coin. I can go crazy. I could send a coin on my own. I mean, I have all the connections. I have all the tools to just send anything over $1 million market. That's nothing, But I mean, it would take more of my time away from me. Um, Instead, I like to hang out in my community. I like to make videos. You know, I think it's for me. It's more important to hang out in my community all day long, every single day. Join the Rocket Room, join the Inner Circle. I'm in there every single day. We do videos and then we live stream like we are now. I know says it only 18 people in here, but they go back and watch them and stuff like that. And sometimes we're gonna do some more VCs, and stuff like that. But I'm in there all day, because it's important to me, and this is what I do. You know, we build a community, man. We're building a community. What's up, admin? He says, "What up, twin? What up, twin? What's going on?" Jeremy says, "Grippy has all the makings for a bigger run than the first, and you're correct. Too many degen plays out there right now, and the only people getting rich are the devs that are rugging people, and they're rugging people for very little. You know what I mean? Because when you rug a coin for that's at like a $2 million market cap, or I mean, bro, on Sell Impact, you're getting like $15,000. You're like, it's ridiculous. It's no reason to do that. You know what I mean? Like like it's like no reason to do that. But a lot of these guys are starting coins. They've never even seen $10,000 in their account in their lives, and they see it, they freak out, and they jet and they rug, and that's why I feel it's so important. What I do for my community again is to interview these guys, talk to these guys, vet these teams. You know what I mean? Before I get into plays, because these guys can mess your whole thing up, bro. I know nothing's there's no fail safes. There's no guarantees. With that type of stuff, there's no guarantees. Like, I mean, because we're just talking online, right? It's not like I'm going out to dinner with these people, or I'm meeting their family, or I'm having lunch with references, right? I mean, obviously, everything's limited to Telegram or their X page. You know what I mean? So it is as tedious as I can make it. It is as detailed as I can make it to make the right decision based on the tools that I have at my disposal. So, um, with that being said, I believe, based on what I've seen from Blocky Boy and their team and everything like that, and what I was able to help them with, I connected them with some winners, some folks that can help them with their coin. And I just sit back and I let this thing develop. I let this thing happen. Meanwhile, my groups and my inner circle, my rocket room, you guys are getting in early enough to where you can secure that 2x, getting your initials out, and then letting the rest ride. You know what I mean? Um, and taking your profits small and responsibly. We nibble on these things, we don't dump, and that will bring more devs to me that want to talk about their projects, because they know we don't dump and we hold. We're really good at holding, and that's really good for business. That's good for you, it's good for me, and it's good for their projects. It's a win win win. You know what I mean? It's a win, 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 you know? And I think over time you can see the projects I get into, do they ever just rug? They just go to zero out of nowhere? No. No. And this is meme coins. I have one of the best records for meme coins ever. I think I have amassed the best record I mean, and I mean this. I think I have the most 10 X's. I think I have the least amount of rugs. I think I have the most projects to have the longest durations, meaning they hang there. They hang there for you to take profits on responsibly. I think I have the cleanest reputation, one of the cleanest reputations in the space. I do good business. I treat people well. And you cannot talk shit on me because you try and talk shit on me and try and slander me, right? In this space, there's 20 people that'll come out of nowhere and say, Stair doesn't do that. There's a whole community that says, you know what, Stair doesn't do, he doesn't conduct himself in that way. You're trying to slander him. You probably wanted him to do something for you, and he said no. You know what I mean? And so that used to happen a lot earlier on, but people stopped doing that now. If you notice that, for 3 or 4 months ago, when I would say no to a dev, I'm not going to promote this. I'm not going to buy into this. I am not going to sign on this. I'm not going to show this to my community. I would get random people in here, trying to slander me or messages in my rooms or something like that. Um, I rarely get that now because it's a lost cause. Because when people used to do that, there'd be 20 people that would jump on it, 40 people that would jump on it and be like, yo, like you're out of pocket right now. Stayer is doing nothing but good work. You know what I mean? Because I want to be in this business for a long haul. I want to be here 10 years from now. I have 4 sons. They're reading charts. They have the crypto wallets. They're holding some of these coins that we're holding. They're learning from me. They're gonna have their own YouTube channels. They're gonna be devs one day. You know what I mean? A couple of them probably could dev right now. They're teenagers. Um, and I keep a clean reputation. I do good business because I'm creating a legacy. There's little stairs behind my ass, and I'm breaking through this business for them. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why this community is so important to me. That's why the people I do business with are very important to me because, once I start doing business with you, I'm letting you into my family of of coins, you know? And here's the thing. There are bad actors. There are coins like that don't work out, there are coins that we got to let sit. There are coins that got away from us that were doing really well and then some event happened, you know? Especially under $1 million market cap, anything can happen. And we learn from those things and we try and protect ourselves from these things because the only things that the our main weapons against rugs or bad things happening or anything like that is what? Taking out your initials, and not de-risking early and then letting that thing ride. You know what I mean? And just holding and letting that thing ride. And you know, I feel great. I feel great about Blockboy. So hey, Moon Bear, put Blockboy contract address in here. Oh, I've been talking. I've been missing a lot of the. Okay. Sassy Vixen said, "I made money because of you, Stayer. You're a good DJ." Oh, thanks, bro. Thank you. You know. Yeah, the Lemmy the Bat Dev and the Jerry Dev, they know each other. Yes. Yeah, they know each other. Smash the likes, guys. You know. Yeah, they know each other. 20 in the building. You know what I mean? So I mean, all I got's my word in this business. All I got's my word, and you know, I realize my role. I realize my role in this whole thing is to be a damn near shaman. I don't know if it's a shaman or I mean a figure that protects the community. You know what I mean? I mean that you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean it's like something it's something like that. So is that Grippy? I mean, sorry, is that Blocky Boy? Is that Blocky Boy's contract address, Jeremy? I just pinned it. I'll let everybody know. Crypto Junkie Princess says, so before with the whole Jerry and Bird A thing, was it just haters? I was surprised people talking didn't seem like you at all, but I know there's a lot of haters. Have to be careful with people. Well, I mean, I've noticed in this space that you can't control. Okay, great. So, guys, in case you want to get in the Block Boy, this is actually a good dip based on what's about to happen. Um, yeah. Shout out Angela. Shout out Angela Costa. Um, I've noticed in the I've noticed in this biz that there's just a lot of degen investors that aren't not well mannered and are um I don't know how to say this, but they're just not nice people, and you can't control them. You just have to let them spew out all their mess and just stay true to what you're doing. You know what I mean? Stay true to what you're doing, because a lot of those folks from both sides, washed out in this space already. They're gone. They're nowhere to be seen. So the people that have remained are the ones that have stayed calm and the ones that have stood 10 toes down and understand what this business is all about and what this space is all about, and that is surviving and and doing good things, man. I don't know. Yeah, but there was a lot of back and forth on that whole thing, but it was all a big mess because it was a bunch of people that really didn't know what was going on, you know? Anyway, anyway, yeah, crazy stuff, right? Crazy stuff, you know. And we've gotten better. The community has grown. As you can see, we're approaching 200 members in the Rocket Room. We got about 35, 40 members in the inner circle, and these rooms are going to grow. I expect to have 1,000 members in the Rocket Room by the end of the year. I expect to have probably 100, 150 in the inner circle. I have a Discord that has been built since June, and I haven't even used it yet or told anyone about it yet. And that thing is going to be ripping. We're gonna have some membership streams in here. I have memberships in here, and that's gonna be taken off pretty hard. And so, yeah, yeah, no, things are gonna look really, really, really good. Things are gonna look really, 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 really good. You know, and yeah, man, I'm super, super pumped. Let's check in on. Let's see here. Hmm. Well, people clearly know who you are because they're still here with you. Yeah, man, we're just chilling. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's what keeps us here together because we're just all hanging out. We're not jumping in. Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw that. That's what I was looking at just now. Yeah, it looks like somebody sold for like 2K. Um, we're moving up. It might be a little GD in this little area on the chart. Um, let's see. Yeah, yeah. No, it looks good though. It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, if you're not in Grippy right now, crazy entry. Crazy entry on Grippy. You're not gonna get this entry again. Where are you at on Grippy? Let me check out Grippy. Yeah, nice little entry on Grippy. I think there's about to be a big reversal on Grippy. Big reversal. It's been a rough market the last few days, guys. I mean, is there anything doing well? I mean, all these coins I see on Coin Market Cap are freaking botted. Yo, all of these coins on look at all these coins on trending. They're literally just botted up. They're not even real. 17K in volume, but it's trending. Look at this Zora thing. This Zora, 10 million in volume, $434 million market cap. Look at this Nala thing, 187K market cap. Like these coins aren't even real on here. Slurpee, 82K market cap, but it's trending. This is absolute crap. Grippy's number 30, but I think it'll move up. Let's see here. Edge is the only thing in my portfolio that's green today, and it's by 1%. That's funny. I'm telling you, it's literally, I've never seen the market like this. So shitty and nothing going on. Months and months and months. It's probably been like this since like freaking. When was the last really cool month in crypto, guys? 21 in the building. I mean, when was the last month where it was like, whoa, this is awesome? I can't really tell you. I can't really tell you. No, what last 2024 last year? I read a comment on somebody's show today where some guy was like, "Yeah, November 24. That was when the bull market ends. Everybody go home." That was pretty funny. I was like, I don't know, is he right? Nah, I'm not worried about it. I am not worried about it. You know, Jamar Chase touchdown. This guy just keeps scoring fucking touchdowns. Yep, touchdown, no problem. Wow. Oh, that's not a touchdown, is it? No, he never had control. Yeah, extended super cycle. We have to shake out the 4-year cyclers that think this is the end. That's a great way of putting it. That's a great way of putting it. That is a great way of putting it. A poo. A poo investor. Um, that is a great way of putting it. Let me go back to. Trying to get back on Blockboy here. Where's Blockboy? Let's see here. Wasn't it like last November, maybe when Hoppy was doing really good? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was like November or something like that. Wasn't really in Hoppy, but um, yeah, yep, yep. I mean, I think we just need to be patient, guys. We need to be patient. We need to relax and understand that this market will run. And we have to be prepared mentally. It's good that you're here every day. It's nice to see you guys here every day, even when nobody's around. You guys will probably be the millionaires if you're DCAing into these. Especially like, Cardano, Sui, Avalanche, the majors. You know what I mean? Even if you're DCAing into those, and then doing some meme coin stuff, yo, you're gonna catch a coin so early in here in my rocket room or inner circle. I know, I'm gonna break like $500 million coins at least by the end of the year if things start to turn around and there's more volume in this market. I know this. I know you guys are going to be getting in under 100K market cap on a $100 million coin. I know this, man. I can feel it. I can feel it. I know this is going to happen because we're putting in the work. We're chilling. We're staying. We're not going. That is so important. You know, I was watching the Swamp Kings on Netflix about the Florida Gators. And Tim Tebow, he was talking about their late night workouts where, everybody else was partying, outside of their team, but their team, they wanted to win the national championship. So they would plan workout parties pretty much where they would go and do these hardcore workouts on the weekends, like on like a Thursday night, on a Friday night, when all these campus parties were happening. They were working out at midnight, and they were some of the hardest workouts. And Tim Tebow said, he said, those were the best times of my life. Is just those nights where it was just me and the team, and we were just going crazy in there. We were going hard. We were pushing ourselves to the limits. And he said we were going so hard, every single muscle, every single fabric in your body was telling you to stop, was telling you to quit. You know what I mean? But there was always an answer of, will you? You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about this market right now. Everything in your bones is telling you to walk away from this market. Quit, Stayer. Quit this market because it's never going to get any better. Trump and G, they're never going to come to a deal. Every time something's going to happen, every time we get a rally to the upside, institutions are going to knock it down. Stayer, there's never going to be a meme coin ever again that's going to go over $20 million market cap. $15 million market cap is a pipe dream. $10 million market cap, you can forget about it. You know what I mean? You're never going to make any money on these coins. You're leading these people astray. They're wasting their time. They're slowly getting eaten away. You know what I mean? And there's nothing going to be here in this market for you. You know what I mean? I mean, I wake up sometimes, and my body is saying that. My mind is saying that. But I have to say no to that. You know what I mean? I have to break through that mentally And every day I wake up and I break through that detrimental thought. Every time I wake up and I deny quitting. I deny the temptation to do nothing or to walk away or to find something else to do. Whenever I deny that moment or I deny that feeling, great things happen. Great things happen. You know what I mean? And in order to be a champion, you have to push yourself when everything in your body is telling you no, when everything is telling you to stop. And that is no different in this crypto market. That is no different in this crypto market. You know, no different in this crypto market than now. You know what I mean? And so the longer we're here, the longer we are chilling here, we're not going, we're never going to go. The longer we are studying these charts, we're looking at what's going on, we're feeling out these micro trends. We're getting into these meme coins that are working. We're seeing which devs are doing good work. I mean, you're here finding out which devs are doing good work, guys. These guys are going to be here, and you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble later when you're finding out the devs that don't do well. You will be able to avoid them when everyone else can't tell the difference. That right there is not only going to save you money, but it's going to make you a ton of money because you're getting into the coins that the dev team cooks. That takes months to find out. That takes so long to understand. Bro, I'm telling you, your investor friends that left this market for the last few months because, quote, nothing was going on, or, quote, oh, we're just always going to get dumped on, or, quote, hey, Stayer, you're tired of just making like 2 or 3,000 in a coin and now that's all you can get, or all this stuff, all these FUD things that you hear. These guys are going to try and waltz back into this market when we're going higher. And they're going to be buying tops. They're going to be lazy. They're going to be getting rugged all the time. They're going to be getting spun around and totally shat on. And they're going to be blaming everybody but themselves. But you know what? It was them that didn't do the work. And you know what? They're going to be in my rocket room. They're going to be in my inner circle, questioning my motives, questioning my decisions. Because they're scared and they don't know what's going on. And they're like, okay, Stayer, all right, I'm going to be in this good. You said it's a good team. Okay, Stayer, we'll see what happens, Stayer. Oh, yeah, well, duh. You know what I mean? You know those people. Because they're scared because they didn't do the work. You know what I mean? They didn't do the work. They didn't. They're not in the gym late night, man. They're not in the gym late night when everybody else is partying, when everyone else is doing something easy. You're doing something hard. You're here with me. We're chill. We're having a good time. You know what I mean? But it takes a lot of work to look at these coins every day and figure out what the hell's going on. And it takes a lot of work, man. It takes a lot of will to get up and take a look at this market and engage with this market, this crypto market, engage with it, and take the lumps, take the punches, grab some wins here and there, and come out the other side with more knowledge, more experience. And I tell you what, man, these are the guys that are going to be millionaires in this market. That didn't blow their portfolio, didn't just sell at the lows, hung in there. These are the guys that are going to be millionaires in this market, and they will deserve it. It will not be a fluke. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So just know that. That this is a human challenge as much as it is, playing football for the Florida Gators, like with that Swamp Kings thing. This is as much of a human challenge as it was for them trying to win a national championship. and nobody believed in them, and nobody thought that they can do it, but all those people that thought that they couldn't do it, they were out partying, but they didn't know. What those people didn't know is that that team was in there working and pushing and sweating and crying and throwing up and aching and falling over and holding on to the wall and not having a water break, and asking the coach, please mercy, and he would give nothing, and at the end they gained everything. They won the title. They got all the notoriety. They got everybody, saying that they were champions, just like your family is going to come around, your immediate family or your extended family or your work buddies or your college your college friends, or when they see your life change, they're all going to come around and give you praise and tell you that you are always going to do this, you know and they're going to have their hand out and say, gimme, 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 like that Tim Robinson sketch where the guy's like, they're Tim Robinson's at dinner with that dude and he's like, give me that. Give me that. You know what I mean? I'm joking. I'm joking. Give me that. He's like, you want my sandwich? Yeah. Give me that. They're gonna be like that. So you're not crazy, okay? You are different. Okay? You are willing to do the work. You're willing to be here every day. You are willing to take chances, calculated chances, you know? You're willing to do this work. And I have a feeling you're going to be rewarded big time, bro. Big time, bro. And it's like, man, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but it's just something about relentlessness that it yields success. Something about it. There's something about being relentless. It's something about being stubborn in your ways of doing hard work and unforgiving challenges, going through unforgiving challenges when no one's around. Those people tend to do great things, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was up watching that last night. I was watching it like 2 a.m. and I was in near tears because I was thinking about the crypto market the whole time. Because you know what? I'm 41. I'm not gonna be hitting any sleds like on the football field. I mean, I played college football, but like I'm not going to be throwing 50-yard posts down the field on the games on the line. I'm not going to be, scrambling and trying to get that first down. You know what I mean? Fourth and 9, I got to scramble and get 10 yards. I got to jump over three dudes and get mollywopped right there at the first down marker. Going out of bounds. I'm never going to experience that in my life, but I am gonna experience um the the I for lack of a better word, the challenge of being in this market, right now, looking at coins that, are pumping or doing the best they can, and you're in and you're trying to, establish a position and trying to see a trade through, see an investment through, in a market that's super unforgiving, or any moment some bad piece of news can come out and wreck your position and all this stuff. Man, I mean, it takes some grit. It takes some grit, and I don't think it's any different than those kids playing football and going for a national championship. I don't think it's any different than me, staying up late talking to you guys. When I get off of here, I'm looking at charts. I'm checking my DMs and my telegrams. I'm going over, pretty much these devs are sending me proposals, bro. Like they're saying, "Hey, this is what how much marketing I got. This is what I'm thinking. This is where I think this coin's going to go. This is who I'm thinking about onboarding. What do you think about that, Stair? This is the chain I'm going to be on, and this is why I'm doing this." And like people like these devs that are good, they lay out that plan, bro. And I take the time to thumb through that plan, to contact them, go back and forth, and this and that. And even then, I still don't sign up. I still don't buy in to some of these plays because at the end of the day, it may not be right for my community, but it takes that type of meticulousness. It takes that type of drive to make these plays like Blockboy look easy and makes and make I'm telling you, bro. You know what I mean? People are just like, "Oh, dude, it's there, 100K to 900K in a couple hours." You know what I mean? Hey, it's just like a fluke. And then you see all these lazy guys, come and call my coin behind me that have I don't know. I have 2,000 subscribers maybe. These guys have, okay, 50, 60, 70x my following that are, snooping around my little rocket room and waiting for me to call coins so they can run and go live before me and call coins. You know what I mean? Um, and call coins. And so they look good and they're piggybacking off of my hard work because I vetted these guys. I vetted these coins that I push. I went out and found the Grippy guy found me, but I vetted him. And then I said to the community, I said to the public, this Grippy coin is going to run. You know what I mean? This Grippy coin is going to fly. 20K market cap to 8.7 million in about what, 10, 12, maybe 2 weeks, you know? Meanwhile, guys, with the 50, 60x my following are piggybacking off of my hard work and don't mention my name and act like to their community that they vetted this guy. You know what I mean? Like that takes a lot of humility to let that roll off your back, right? In my position. But it's fine. As long as my community got in earlier than him, that's great because my community is still winning. It still takes an entry, right? And like my community, as long as my community is getting in before that guy that wants to um, try and front run my calls that has 50, 60, 70x the following I do, but my community is winning because his community is buying after my community, then my community wins and I'm actually doing even better work than I thought I was doing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, looking swaggy. Yeah, I got a new poncho. The wife wanted to get a poncho and then she got it and then she decided she didn't like it and I realized I really liked it. So I went and I was like, let me cop this poncho. Let me get this poncho. So I'm in like a Chilean snuggie right now. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I am look, I look, I'm just snuggled out, bro. I'm snuggled out. Shout out to Yes. Shout out to Yes. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Motivational speech. Okay, whatever. Like, is Stayer snugged up or what? Shout out to Yes. Shout out to Saskatch. Shout out to Saskatchewan. Shout out to the Scatch. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, bro. I mean, hats off to you guys, man. 14 in the building. You know what? I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy as 14 in here, man. I'm happy as 14, 15 people in here, maybe 20 people in here. I don't need 100 people to move charts. I don't need 300 people to move charts. I just need the squad. I just need the stairheads. You know what I mean? And if you want to join that, join the Rocket Room. The link is in my channel description. Stayer Degen bot. It's free. Go join the Rocket Room if you want to be really swaggy. Like yes in here is super swagged out. If you want to do that, then join the inner circle. It's one soul a month. It's well worth it. You know what I mean? But I like my little community. It's not botted. You know what I mean? I don't have a botted channel. You know what I mean? Like I keep it real. I got actually 2,000 real buyers that follow me and subscribe to me and watch me and listen to me. And you know what I mean? And I don't know what to tell you, bro, but like, yeah, we're never going. We're never going. I'm here. I've been here since 2016. You know what I mean? And I'm not going unless God takes me out of here, man. And that's when I be ready to go. You know what I mean? But until then, I'm here. And I'm going to continue to do the work. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue to outwork these guys. I'm going to continue to outwork these guys 7 days a week. 7 days a week. No days off. No days off. You know what I mean? Because, hey, you know what? I worked all day today, but man, I had a nice lunch. You know, I went fishing in the morning. I watched my boys fish. You know, I hang out with the wife all day. You know what I mean? She hasn't worked since uh shoot. It's been almost 20, it'll be 20 years in 2028. So she's been chilling. She's been hanging out, you know, just hanging out with me since freaking what is that? 08? 08? Since '08. She ain't had shit to do since '08. So it's like, you know what I mean? So she's always riding. And it's like, I don't know, man. I say honestly, I may have really I may have really um got the game going. You know what I mean? Because hard work really does pay off. And it's gotten to a point where my little community, whenever I call something now, I think I have two or maybe three big communities that are waiting to for lack of a better word, dick ride without giving me credit because they know I did the work, so they can confidently go out and actually call my coin to their community and act like they did the work. That just makes my community richer and it makes my picks go extra harder. That makes my picks go extra harder. And what I'm starting to see is this is that I think I'm really starting to think this. No one's gonna admit this to me, right? But I'm starting to think when now from here on, if I talk about a coin that I've bought to my community, I think there is sleeper cells in my communities now that are now reporting to, and maybe they'll come out and deny this. Of course they will. Crypto Galaxy and Crypto Banter. Crypto Galaxy and Crypto Banter. Hey cutie, I'll go say goodnight, okay? Um Crypto Galaxy and Crypto Banter. I am not directly affiliated with them, but they're just allowing me to do what I do. And whenever I'm calling a coin, they know I did the work, and they are rolling the red carpet out for that coin to come and do a partnership with them. You know what I mean? Which in the end, that like what Yes just said, that calculates to more motion, more stair motion than I ever thought I would have. And now you can now take that, and then you can pair that with a parabolic Ethereum run where certain meme coins that have these partnerships will certainly go to $100 million market cap. Guys, I can't tell you how much money you're going to be able to make with me in the next possibly 90 days. I mean, honestly, if we think about it, if this market reverses, if this market reverses to the upside and ETH starts to run, and these things that have been happening the last couple weeks start to happen, because I think I broke the gates wide open with Grippy. I'm actually, I may be a kingmaker in a sense where I can take a dev, I can interview a dev, I can work with a dev, I can connect a dev, I can show a dev what needs to be done. I can allow that dev to do the work. I can sit back. My community is already in the coin. They're in on the ground floor as a payment almost, right? Because I'm hearing about this first. The dev goes into the public with this plan or with this play or with this project, you know. Then these major players, quote major players, that I just mentioned, they grab a hold of it because they know it's good. The product is pure. The product has been vetted. The product has been given the tools to succeed. The product has been coached up to succeed. The product has been given the playbook to succeed, to win the title. The product has been up late night, Friday night, midnight, doing the chain link bench presses. I'm not talking about the coin. I'm talking about the chains. The chain. You ever do chain link bench presses where you put the chains around the bench, the barbell, and it's like little extra weight, and it makes that chattering sound. And then you get down and you do push-ups, you do sit-ups, and then you do another set, and then you're doing like, bro, go watch Swamp Kings, man. Like, I got devs late night, Friday night working out with me, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I get off this stream, I will be probably talking to a dev in the middle of the night. The complete darkness with just my phone like this in bed. And I'm going over plans with these devs, bro. And at the end of the day, I may not even go with them, bro. I may not, I may say, you know what? Work on that. But until you work on that, like, I can't go with you right now. But I'm gonna go with this other guy. Watch what we do over here. Be motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the types of plays that are gonna send to $100 million and beyond. I could be selling myself short. I think we could have $1 billion play in the coffers in the next 90 days. I could be selling myself completely short. You know what I mean? Like, so, but there's, hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing that is, yes says that's why we trust you, because you don't just call anything. You're right. I don't just call anything. And I will say this. Here is a asterisk to this, meaning there is a thing that could be out of my control, right? And that is the dev goes rogue, or the dev ends up farming a project, or he just goes bad, even after I vetted him, worked with him, and stuff like that. That very well could happen, or a bad KOL that has a bunch of side wallets that dumps a coin or something like that. Something that's out of my control. This is still meme coins, okay? This is still wild, wild west. But I'm doing the best I can to vet this stuff and work with these guys, so that doesn't happen. But I mean, this is meme coins. I'm not going to hit everything out of the park, but I'm thinking this system will produce a couple $100 million coins, and quite possibly $1 billion market cap coin. You know, so yeah, that's to be expected in meme coins. Nothing's 100% exactly. That's why we got to keep our heads, stay focused. Some people will let us down, but you know what? We'll mark them. We'll mark them. And I tell you what, over the last few days, I've actually, you know, severed ties with a couple of people that, I was boys with, and actually I wanted to remain friends, but they got so upset that they got upset with me for saying that I did not want to do business with them, that I would never be involved in a coin with them ever again. And it was for the betterment of my community, and it's for the betterment of my win rate, and it's for my time, that my time is not being wasted, and that you know and that the things that I do are true and accountable, and have a certain level of progression to them. So I actually had to say goodbye to a couple of people that I've been working with in this space, that I've gotten to a point where I can see the signs that it is not beneficial to be in a business relationship with these people. And the part about doing really good business is to be able to sever ties before bad things happen, or just to trust your gut and say, you know what, this guy's a really nice guy, or this gal's a really nice gal. They're really nice, they're friendly, and everything like that. But there's this thing, there's that other thing, and there's that other thing, that if I allow these things to happen more in the future, it could come to a point where the stakes are so high, and that 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 those things that I let go before, that were just small things, now become such big things that they could ruin my reputation, or they can ruin a project I'm in, or ruin, sever other relationships that were important to me. So I've done a lot of work the last few days, and I've actually, on Telegram, and sat with some people, you know, um, and said, listen, I can't do business with you anymore, you know, and, I'll let you guess on who those people are, but I'm not going to say who they are, but I'm sure, a couple of those people said that they were just going to publicly try and slander me and try and make me look bad, because they did not like that I cut ties with them. Um, you know, anyway, I mean, why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this because my my community is important. My community is important with me, to me. My reputation is important to me. Um, Trust is very important to me. And when trust is broken, or there's things that are shady, or you're deciding to do business a certain way that is not necessarily productive or honorable, but you may think it's honorable, you may think it's okay, then it's okay to say to somebody, hey, man, I don't want to do business with you anymore. And I just I'm happy to be a friend, happy, but in terms of breaking bread, can't do that, you know? And, if somebody blows up on you because of that, then you made the right decision. Because I know, if somebody came to me and said, you know what, Stare, like you a lot, but because of this thing and that thing and this other thing, it really bothered me, rubbed me the wrong way. It actually set me back. It actually, didn't put me in a good position. It made things muddy. It made the business a little funny. Made things business a little weird. Are you able to correct this? Right? And if I say no to that person, no, I'm not able to correct. I don't know what you're talking about. Then that person has a right to say, you know what? Then I'm cutting ties with you, Stare. You know what I mean? Like, because you're putting my business at risk. You may not know it, you may not understand it, but you are putting my business at risk. You know what I mean? And and it hurts, and it really, it's like, and if I'm just doing a hypothetical, I'm saying this to me, right? And this whole thing, but um now put in the other scenario where a person comes to me and says, Stare, You did this thing, you did that thing, you did this other thing. And I can see that down the road hurting my business or hurting my business relationship with you or hurting my community or doing this and that. And I think you should make that right or you should stop doing that or whatever. And I say, "Oh, dude, did I do something wrong? What was it? What was it that I did wrong? Because I want to make this right because it's important. My business relationship with you, it means more than anything. And I'm willing to correct whatever it is you need me to correct or settle whatever needs to be settled. I'm willing to do that, you know? And and so and then that person would be like, "Oh wow, okay, this guy hears what I'm talking about. He understands. I can continue doing business with him because he's able to check himself in the moment and understand that I'm not attacking that person personally. It's just a simple piece of business that needs to be tightened up, that needs to be fixed." And then, in this scenario, I'm that person I'm talking to. I'm like, okay, great, I'll fix that. And I fixed it. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, no. Well, can we continue doing business? Absolutely. And then the business relationship gets stronger. New boundaries are laid that actually benefit both parties. And now everyone around those parties benefit because the business got stronger, it got tighter, it got more sound, and now those two businesses can move forward together in a partnership that makes more sense and is more profitable, has more progression. Okay, so I've gone to others where I have that has worked out where I'm like, hey, this is something I have an issue with. We need to tighten this up. If we can't tighten this up, doing business down the line doesn't make any sense because we're gonna fail if we're continuing to do this shit right here. Do you want to fix this? Hell yeah. What do I need to do? It's just simple. It's just this. Great. Done. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is that I am always willing when it comes time to something I'm seeing that's not working out or something I'm seeing that I could see hurting my business down the line or where it's at right now, right? I'm willing to cut those ties right then and there. I don't care if we're best friends. I don't care if, our families go to the park every day. I don't care this and that. And the craziest thing about it is that, these people that I have cut ties with, I don't even know what they look like. You know what I mean? But they're trying to act like, "Oh, but we're best friends, bro. Come on, man. We're buds." That should never get in the way, or that should never be an excuse to do bad business. Let alone, I don't even know what you look like. You know what I mean? You're not even doxxed. You know what I look like. You know everything about my life. I don't know shit about you. So, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, yeah, so what was my life before crypto? Well, I mean, I still have a business. I've had a business for 15 years. Um, Commercial services in Southern California. So I service LA, Orange County, San Diego, Inland Empire. To this day, still have this business. I run here from Chile. I had a farm in Southern California, and I sold it to come out here to get out of America. I mean, I just didn't like what was going on in America. Um, you know, and so I'm just traveling with my family, just we're, just hanging out, vacationing pretty much. I've been on vacation pretty much on paper. I've been working every single day, 18 hours a day, whether I'm taking my kids places or this and that. Like I am in this business. I am in this market. But I mean, since I sold my ranch in May, I spent 4 months in Ensenada, Mexico, all summer long on the beach, right on the water. It was the most incredible time for my family and I. We went back to California for a week, and then so I could pick up some mail, say goodbye to some people. And then we flew out of LAX to Santiago, Chile. So that was about a month ago. And Santiago is great. We're gonna circle back around and stay in Santiago again and places around Santiago. Went to Payue, which is halfway down Chile. Beautiful. Think San Francisco without all the infrastructure. Incredible beach town. Moved. We traveled down here. Now I'm in Valerica Lake, um, right outside of Pucon, which is like the Lake Tahoe, Vail, Colorado, Provo, Utah type of area of Chile. It's incredible, so much fun. And now, in about 30 days, we'll be here for another 30 days, and then I'm going to be spending Christmas in um, uh, Argentina, Bariloche, Argentina, and looking around there and seeing if we want to live there, and then so we're gonna spend. I'm not gonna make a decision on where I want to buy a place until maybe spring, which will be the American spring next year. Is really the winter. The winter of because I'm on the other side of the freaking world right now. Winter is summer and summer is winter, right? So we're heading into summer here in Chile. Um, you know, So yeah, Hammerodical. So I was just answering your question, Hammerodical. So you wanted to know my life story. But I'm from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. And yeah. Let's see here. K Slay. So this is why I rock with you. Crypto is a dog eat dog business. Yeah, man. What's his up says, bro, what the hell? Block is flying my. Oh, let me see what's going on. Oh, your home is in Ventura. Dope. Yeah, pizza in Jersey is the best, bro. It is the best. Oh, let's see what's going on, Blockboy. Yeah, Blockboy is about to explode, man. I mean, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? I would get into Blockboy ASAP. ASAP. This is probably gonna be a $5 million coin, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, in the next couple of days, in the next day or two. I made a video. I made a video today saying that Blockboy was going to be a $10 million market cap by Monday, and if we get any kind of positive movements in this market, it will do that. Without it, it still could do that. So this morning, Blockboy is at what 118, something like that. There's a little Jeet in the there's a little guy clipping tops places here. But let's see, we're at 99K. Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna have some haters the next few days, and I can feel it. I've cut some ties with some people, and they're gonna work really really hard to make sure I'm not successful. And I think a couple of you mentioned some people in here in the chat. And hey man, you may have been spot on with your comment, you know. But yeah, see they're doing yeah. So there's some sell pressure right here. Definite sell pressure, but as I put the camera on the coin, there's somebody probably here watching me type of thing. So that's fine. It's okay. This coin will fly. But let's see here. What's going on in the football game? And this is Jeet hours, by the way. 11 o'clock on a Thursday. This coin's doing so well, considering we are in Jeet hours, bro. We are in Jeet hours. Yeah. Yeah, but I think I've been long-winded tonight, man. I think I've been pretty long-winded. I'll check my Telegram, see what's going on. Let's see here. Pastor stare. Yeah, man. No, man. I'm just letting you guys know, man. I'm just letting you guys know. You know what's going on. But all right. I've been on for 2 hours. I'm gonna get out of here and finish watching this football game. Buy all the dips on Blockboy. You won't be sorry. Ethereum. Ethereum's at 3,900, which is so bullish, man. It's just pretty crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, Bitcoin at 108. Solana 185. Tron at 31 cents. Tron has held a 10x for so long. Like, it shot up 10x like when I was selling my house. And it's still right there. That's got to be crazy. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Jeremy. No problem, guys. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. It's been a real. Thanks for hanging. And yeah, we got some good plays, man. You know, the market sucks, but we're gonna do well. We're gonna do really, really, really well. All right. But yeah, yes, have a great night. Jeremy, have a great night. And everybody in here, Troy, all these guys, have a great night.